Let me bring in Ben Rhodes, because, Ben, you've sat across the table from Vladimir Putin. You've staffed President Obama, of course, and heard his reactions afterwards. What we saw today was classic Putin, was it not?
Oh, 100%, Andrea. I've heard a lot of that whataboutism myself on Ukraine, on many things. Here's the challenge, Andrea, for, I think, President Biden and his team. Clearly, what Vladimir Putin wanted to convey is everything's normal. Relations are being normalized between our two countries. I'm a superpower on equal footing with the United States. That's why we're having this summit in Geneva. And, you know, insofar as there are these irritants, our experts will work it out. The problem is he completely denies any responsibility for anything. He takes no responsibility for cyber attacks that have steadily escalated against the United States. No responsibility, obviously, for the interference in our election. No responsibility for annexing Crimea and having a significant Russian military presence in eastern Ukraine. No responsibility for the fact that his political opposition, you know, is getting poisoned and thrown in prison and smashed in really brutal and ruthless ways. He kind of wants to pretend that either that's not happening or it's no different than what happens in the United States. And I think President Biden needs to answer that. You know, we had a president for 4 years in Donald Trump who was perfectly willing to accept Donald Trump's version of reality. My guess is that in that summit, President Biden was much firmer in terms of calling out those types of behaviors and wanting to see them change. The fact that it was such a short summit suggests that they weren't trying to negotiate the details of these things, but rather lay down their markers and move forward. So it's a very difficult line to walk now for President Biden, because on the one hand, he clearly does want to stop this kind of sense of escalation with Russia, does want some regular order, does want to have a dialogue on issues like Ukraine and cybersecurity. But on the other hand, he can't ignore the fact that Vladimir Putin is describing a reality that doesn't exist. And he, as a matter of domestic and foreign policy, has basically been on offense, seeking to assault and undermine American democracy and our alliances. So Biden's going to have to walk that line now, and it's going to be difficult.